Ah, fuck it. I was gonna, um, oh shit. I have not been watching that. I meant to watch that the entire time I was recording shit, but I didn't. Shit. I got my NGU idle game up that I've been playing for like 2 years and I'm almost finished. And it is really fucking satisfying for there to be an idle game that actually has a goddamn ending. Because most of them are designed like to be endless or to be always updated. Um, and it falls in. I could make a video about this, and I probably will someday, about how much it annoys me. Hold on. Two. Nope. Save. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 6. Load game. I'll explain what I'm doing in a second. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could do another round, but I won't. In this game, there's like a bunch of different like little idly things you can unlock, and like that's one of the things I love about it. Like one thing I don't like about idle games and clicker games is oftentimes they make you make choices. And it's not that I have a problem with choices, but like in a game where the whole point of the game is watching numbers go up, which NGU idle, it literally stands for no numbers going up. Um, in a genre of games that like literally is designed from the ground up for that, I find it annoying that like a lot of them make you choose like just random things. Like there was one I played called Realm Grinder, where you had to choose what realm you would be, and you had to choose like which certain things you could unlock, and there was a limit to which ones you could unlock. And yeah, I get that the point of the realms, that part I liked because these games are kind of built on the idea of doing constant rebirths, prestiges, and like making certain milestones in one realm would unlock bonuses for other ones. So you're supposed to kind of grind each one. But then when it came to like the mercenaries and stuff, there was only so many things you could unlock. And I even ended up looking it up and finding that there is a hard limit to the ones you can unlock. And it's just, it always feels like this annoying thing of like, if you would just let me unlock all of them, my progress would be so much faster. And in any other genre of game in existence, I wouldn't think that way because that's not the point. But in an idle game, it feels frustrating to like have arbitrary locks on things like that. Um, when you could just rebalance the game so that each of the like things gives you less, but that they can all be unlocked, and like the satisfaction of that's what I one of the things I like about NGU is there's nothing like that. Like all the beard slots can be unlocked, and if you haven't played the game, you'll have like what the fuck does it mean by beards? You can equip beards in this game, yes, and I probably just sold some people in the game right there. Um, all the gold diggers can be unlocked. All the like you can get enough power to eventually max out all the NGUs, and just like everything can be maxed out. Like, and that's what I like about it is that there's no point where you're forced to choose which route you go down. Like a lot of these games, since they do originate from like clicker games, and then there's some that like kind of like lean more towards the idle side, and some that lean more towards the clicker side. Sometimes they do have like choices of whether you want to spec your stuff in a direction that gives you more idle bonuses, or in a direction that gives you more active clicking bonuses, and that's fine. Like, but still, it gives the feeling of in a game where like the whole purpose is I want to like maximize like seeing these numbers go up super fast and seeing how high I can get them. Just that feeling of if you'd let me unlock all this stuff and didn't just, and that's the part that bothers me is there's almost never a satisfying in-universe explanation for why you're limited. It's always just like a text box that says you can one of three that you can unlock. And like what I think like what really kills it for me is that like most games the games can be kind of broken, and it's so like I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here. Something that frustrates me and really makes me mad is how hard it is to look up tips for a game, or even like a little bit of info, like if you're stuck on something, like looking up like just some general tips for something without just coming across nothing but guides. I actually remember when I was a kid, I can't remember the game. It was a PS1 RPG, but I can't remember which one. I think it was Legend of Dragoon. Which I fucking love that game. I wish they'd made more. I think they made a sequel. Can't remember. Or I'm maybe thinking of Panzer Dragoon. But anyway, I remember being stuck on this boss, and I was stuck on it for like a week, and finally on a day in school when it was like computer day, like some schools would have like days where you got to go to the computer class and fuck around. I was going to look it up because I didn't have internet back then, and this was before like libraries had like easily accessible internet. And I looked it up, and I remember looking up a guide because I wanted to figure out how to beat this goddamn boss. And all it said, and I will never forget this, was if you've been following the guide up until now and leveling your character as instructed, this boss will be super easy if you use the strategies that I've suggested for other bosses. And I was so fucking mad. But, like, over the years, I've realized that that's actually... Okay, what just happened with the, lighting is really fucking cool. I've realized that that is actually indicative of the attitude a lot of people have when it comes to video games. And that annoys me. But anyway, that's one of the reasons why I like NGU, because it doesn't have any of that. You can level it, you can opt into every possible levely thing. Okay. Okay, I wasn't sure what that wolf was because it was facing left and I saw it from the right, and so I saw its tail, and I thought it was like some weird snaky alligator thing that had like a long neck. I thought its tail was its head. And I think combined with the fact that, like I said, most idle games don't have endings. They're either like always in constant development, where they're always adding new things. They're like live service type games, or they're mobile games where it like they're designed from the ground up to just keep you coming back. Liurnia of the Lakes. I'm not sure what Liurnia of the Lakes is, but okay. Barky Barky too. Not sure why why like, what does that name mean? What's a Liurnia? Like, if that had popped up when I entered a boss battle, that would be understandable as the name of a boss. This is Liurnia of the Lakes. That Artorias of the Abyss. Like that fits, but that name implies... Hold on, I am going to quickly Google the word Liurnia. Just to see if that's just a obscure word that I don't know. Liurnia. Okay, well, the fact that the very first option I'm being given, I'm getting nothing but Elden Ring stuff, so clearly this is just a word made up for Elden Ring, which is fine, but what is Liurnia? That's just a weird name. Like, if the name of the place is Liurnia, that's fine, but of the lakes, that, like, even if it's... Maybe it's a mistranslation or, like, just a weird translation. But even if it's implying that, like, I'm probably going to regret what I'm doing right now. Alright. That's the limit of what I can do there. What if I... Hold on. What if I... and then Aha! Okay. This is where we summon you. Because you can double jump. Oh god! Oh god! Okay, I don't think there's anything up here, and I'm just being weird for no reason. I'm just gonna go back over here, where I'm supposed to be. But even if Liurnia of the Lakes is meant to just imply that, like, it's like, I thought Liurnia might be... I know I'm harping on something that really is not all that important, but it's like... It just seems weird to me. Like, okay, let me think here. If Liurnia is the name of the place, then grammatically speaking, of the lakes, that doesn't make sense, because like okay, let's say that within this world, Liurnia is a word that means land. It could translate to land of the lakes, and be a lot of butter. Which, am I the only one that thinks it's fucking hilarious that the fucking woke PC idiots got rid of the Native American woman on the Land O'Lakes butter? Because here's the thing. Here's why that makes me laugh. Here's why that really makes me laugh. I don't usually care about shit like that, like changing Aunt Jemima, and I couldn't care less. Branding is branding, and the only thing part of it that bothers me is that it makes me sad that minority groups actually applaud things like that and don't realize that they're just being pandered to by rich suits that couldn't fucking care less about them. And that part does make me sad, that people will applaud things like this without realizing that they're just being pandered to. Like the people making movies that like throw in a bunch of like random black characters in roles that used to be played by white characters, and talk about diversity. Like I'm fine with that. Like the new Lord of the Rings is gonna have a bunch of black people, and that's fine. Which, although I made a really racist joke to myself when I first played Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, and there was that black guy in it, and like I remember seeing like a lot of people complaining that there was a black guy in a Lord of the Rings game, and it's like, oh, boo, fucking who? Jesus Christ, get over yourself. But I I remember saying to myself, so would that mean that he's the Tolkien black guy? And I must not be the only person that ever thought of that joke because just recently South Park did a whole thing about that, which I laughed for like 10 minutes straight when I found that out when that reveal happened. That was like the funniest thing that show has ever done, and I loved it. But anyway, coming back to the Land O'Lakes thing, I'm sorry if what I'm about to say is a little insensitive, but I find it funny that the woke people, the so-called woke people, which in reality, let's be honest, is a bunch of rich old white guys in suits in shareholder meetings. Um, uh, their solution to the land of the lakes was to get rid of the Native American and keep the land. And I don't know if you're very knowledgeable about American history, but that seems a little true to life. I'm half Native American. I'm allowed to make these jokes. I'm punching down. Leave me alone. I mean, I'm half Native American and I'm half Irish. Like, and I get that, like, the Irish being mistreated is kind of like any, like, sadness about it is kind of undone by how annoying it is that white people like to bring that up as just like almost a defense of racism. Like the number of people that will respond to conversations about slavery by saying, you know, the Irish were mistreated too, and it's like that's not. I mean, that's not exactly the same thing. If you want to have a separate conversation about the mistreatment of Irish immigrants, that is fine. That is a conversation worth having, and I will like kind of flop onto the other side and say that there are a lot of people that will actually claim that the mistreatment of the Irish doesn't matter as far as history goes and needs to just be ignored because they've since embraced their whiteness, whatever the fuck that means. And yeah, I get that in modern America, being Irish, being of Irish descent, is not going to really affect you at all. Like being of Irish descent in America is not going to affect your job prospects at all. But it doesn't mean that like some shitty things that happened in the past need to be not talked about. But anyway, anyway, you know, there's times that I find myself wondering why I don't have any fans on this channel, and then I remember that like 90% of my commentary is like political rants. And what I think I love the most. Hey, sweetheart, how you doing?
Forgive me. I've been testing you to
Oh,
determine
really now?
if the Elden Ring would truly have you. If
But,
you had the metal to
oh,
endure
I've got
this
metal.
long
I got lots of
and
metal. I got 2
arduous
swords.
path. It seems my worries were unfounded.
So I got like double the
Torrent
metal of other people.
had your measure from the very start.
Yeah, Torrent's
whereas
awesome.
I merely pretended.
Torrent can double jump.
There is but
Can you
one
double
other
jump?
thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
well.
I'll...
Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Now, look, you can rest your hand on me for more than a moment. Look, so the blue chick, she's a fling, all right. You know, like that's just, like, she got extra hands and she's blue, and you know that's but she means nothing. All right, she. Oh God. Round Table holds place where tournaments gather, guided by grace. Combat is prohibited on the premises due to the Pact of Non-Aggression. This rule is in effect when the Round Table icon is displayed. Round Table hold is located outside of this world. It can be only reached through the sites of grace. It can also be accessed by using the map to travel. Oh, so I can't even press my attack button. That's cool. Hi.
I see you've just arrived.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth. I teach incantations, the strength granted us by the two fingers.
Yeah, that's not gonna.
Explore the
That's not gonna.
of the Golden Order.
I'm not
so
gonna
that one
need
day,
that.
If a tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace.
Oh yeah, I totally see that shit.
You do.
I see it all over the place.
Wonderful news.
It's yellow
these days.
and.
You are
Well, I mean, having shit over your eyes probably doesn't.
What do you say?
I mean,
Care to learn an incantation of the two fingers?
but here's the thing. Okay, so I will say this. One thing that I really hate about the Souls games, like that I just outright despise about the Souls games. Well, despise is a little harsh because like it's not like, but it annoys me. Is that there's never any way to just tell something. Tell someone, hey, I'm not a spellcaster. That's not my build. Like look, I got swords. I'm a swordsman. I just didn't go down the path of spellcaster. And there's that kind of ludonarrative dissonance where so often when they offer to teach you spells and you say no, they either seem offended or sad, and it's like, it's not that I don't appreciate what you're offering, it's just that that's not my build. I physically can't even cast these spells. I don't have the stats required. And I get explaining to an NPC that you don't have the right stats would also not make sense in the story, but I just feel like in a realistic situation, I would be able to tell someone I'm just not a spellcaster. That's just not a path I went down. It's not what I studied for. And I'm just, yeah, whatever. Hi.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new tarnished made their way to the Round Table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome.
All right.
It is safe here. You may let
Yeah.
down your guard.
Yeah. It is safe here. I mean, you're screaming yurdy low-trekky vibes at me, but
Allow me a word of advice.
as long as you can't attack people here.
You are a mere visitor to the Round Table. Nothing more. A house guest. Yet to earn their keep. Remember your place, newcomer.
Well, how would you suggest I go
There's
about
nothing left to say.
earning my... Okay, whatever. Is this guy... Oh, yeah, he's just gonna offer me shit. Okay, now you look pretty fucking cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Hello. You must be new here. I'm... well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's
You have a
house
cape.
holds little import in these lands.
I want a
By the way,
cape.
Have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
Okay, I don't think I've found her. Because the only woman... I've met 3 women. One of them was blue. And she did not seem like a servant of fucking anyone. Which I like. Yeah, I don't like... I'm not going all like sexism, raw, angry or anything, but like calling them maidens, it's like, come on, like, like, let them. Let, I'm gonna shut up. But that actually kind of segues back into something I was starting to talk about before I rested and then got brought here and all this shit started happening. Is I think one of the things I love about just myself as a person is that I'm an actual human being, as opposed to other people who are just like most people. I'm sorry, but they're just walking hashtags. Like they pick a side, like a side of the political spectrum to be on, and then they just like it's just a brainwashing of just like, yes, every single thing this side says I accept, every single thing the other side says I don't accept. um but like I like that anyone who would bother to watch my channel could probably within the space of a few videos find themselves jumping for joy, cheering my opinion, and then in the next moment ready to fucking kill me. Like if you want me to lay all my cards out on the table, like I know a lot of people don't do this. A lot of YouTubers say that they don't like, stating their political opinions. Honestly, I'm like 99% liberal. Literally the only things I don't agree with are jokes. I think that anyone should be able to make jokes about anything because they're fucking jokes, and I'm sorry if you go to like comedians get a reputation for what kind of jokes they make. You go to a comedian, you know what kind of jokes they make, you know what type of humor that person does. So like if you go to a comedian that's known for making certain types of jokes and then you get upset that they made those certain types of jokes, you're a fucking moron. So I do not agree with the whole joke thing. I think that within the realms of comedy, within the realms of entertainment. Now I'm not talking about like people that like sit around just making constant sexist, homophobic, transphobic jokes just as part of their daily lives, and that's just a part of their sense of humor and stuff. That's different. And some people may say it's not different. I disagree. Sometimes on this channel I may make a fucked up joke, but I weigh the options, and I will sometimes even say ahead of times that I'm making a fucked up joke, but I'm doing it for entertainment purposes here. And, I could get into a whole debate about, like, all the traumas and shit that I've dealt with in my life. And, I can't really say certain things, like the S word, and the R word that I have experienced both of. But, like, so I don't agree with liberals on that. I don't like canceling people because they made a joke. Don't follow people who make types of jokes you don't like. It's that fucking simple. It's like that meme says, how is cyberbullying even a thing? Just like get up and walk away from your computer. Which I don't like 100% agree with that, because there's a lot of people that kind of need to use the internet for various things, and then they find themselves exposed to bullying. But anyway, and then I like boobies. Like, I like being a bit of a pervert, especially when I play video games. I like you've seen during my playthrough of this. Like, I like making perverted jokes. I like making jokes about a chick with 4 hands being able to do some fucking interesting sexual stuff. I like making those kind of jokes. I like anime boobies. I like games like Bayonetta, where like the games are very self-aware and the characters, you can go on about agency or whatever stupid shit you want to fucking throw into it, but that fucking character knows damn well that they're showing off for the camera. They break the fourth wall. They don't fucking care. And I guess the last one, and this I don't even really count it as part of being a liberal, because I just think this is just like a fringe lunatic group that just like wants to justify their shitty actions. But I don't think being a woman gives you some right to cheat whenever you want. There's unfortunately some people that think that all men should be cheated on, and that women who cheat are like there's, I could go down a whole rabbit hole. Like, you just go on fucking Netflix. You can spend 2 minutes on Netflix and just, you don't even have to look for it. You can stumble across a movie or a show where the plot is literally just, well, my husband's dick isn't big enough, so I guess I'll cheat, and the story will paint me as a strong, independent woman. But that's fucking stupid. So literally, other than that, other than those things, I literally agree with liberals on like literally everything. like immigration and just like rights and just like everything. Like every little, all the little issues. All the little issues. And
Greetings.
hi.
Nice to see you again.
Yeah, I've just been ranting. You probably see me
Told you sooner.
running around in circles and wondering what the fuck's going on.
The Round Table Hold. Covert quarters of the Two Fingers. And gathering place of champions who vie to become Elden Lord. I never knew the guidance bestowed upon us Tarnished had such fantastic roots. Although, it's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose.
I thought your purpose was to get your arms and legs attached to some dude's butt or something. Wasn't that?
A bit much for me.
I'm pretty sure you said you were still planning on getting your attached and getting like, wasn't that like your whole thing? I could have sworn. Okay. I don't care. I've kind of made my peace with the way quests work in the Dark Souls games. I don't like it at all. I do not like it one bit. But I don't have a problem with it for the simple fact that it's unique, and that's fine. Like, if like the majority of games were like this, it would enrage me to no end. And honestly, the other extreme is far more frustrating, where quests are extremely handholdy and extremely like just map markers and just nothing like that other extreme annoys me more. But like the way quests work in these games, like I'm gonna give like kind of an oversimplification of it, but at the end of the day it really isn't an oversimplification, because it really does work this way. Quests in these games work basically like, oh, you chose to explore this location before you explored this location? Well, this NPC is dead now because of you. And I don't know. I don't like on one hand that draws you into the world. It does. Because sometimes, you can't save everyone, and I think as gamers we've kind of been trained to think that we can just like have a quest log filled up and at our leisure just fix every single problem in existence, which is why that quest in Majora's Mask is one of my favorites, because it's so sad. I can't remember the characters' names. I haven't played that game in like 15 years. God, what were their names? Those two that you reunite. But the fucked up thing about it is when you realize that due to the way the game works with the time limit and like how the events have to unfold, you can only complete that quest at the very end of the game, like at the very end of the 3-day cycle. And I think that most quests, I think, again, I could be misremembering, so forgive me, but I think that a lot of quests in that game can be completed multiple times. and like you don't like get the reward every time, but like since time resets, I think like you can like just even just for no reason other than because you want to, just like go redo a quest. I think I could be wrong about that. It could be me misremembering stuff. Um, but what's fucked up about that is that it's not actually physically possible to complete that quest and then make it over to the moon to the clock tower or whatever it was to trigger like the final boss battle within the same cycle. I'm pretty sure that like it's not possible to do that, like physically, which means that on the timeline where you complete that quest and reunite those two, uh, you will have to reset time. You won't be able to do that quest on the same cycle that you um uh uh beat the game on. And that kind of extends to like a lot of the stuff in the game, that it's like once you realize that like each time you reset time, all the problems you solved and all the people you helped, those problems are back. And that does, and yeah, at the end of the day, you're serving a grander purpose. You're saving the fucking literal world. Like that does like extend to being a little more important than just, you know, a few people's problems. But it is sad. It is like in my own headcanon, after he saves the world, Link goes on to um like do like a speed run of all the quests from before, and for realsies this time. But door's locked. Shit. I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about at this point. I'm just rambling. That's what I do. Yo. It. Well, you know what? You know what? You know what? You know what? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay. Alright. Look at me. Who am I? Guess who I am? Alright, fine. Whatever. I have no bell bearings. Sorry that I don't have any bell bearings. Answer request from when invaded. Request the aid grants blessing of equipped great rune. What? The fuck? Okay, I did promise myself I was gonna buy an extra scimitar. Furled finger trick mirror. Take on the appearance of a host of fingers. Okay, that's okay. Take on the appearance of a quack. Okay. Stone sword key increases memory slot. So this seems to be like largely kind of just a random assortment. I get these are important. I can't afford any, but I get that they're important. Breaks a imp statue seal. I think that's the thing I saw when I was just scrolling through my news feed. I think I saw something where someone was saying that it, like, I remember that I saw that the Ubisoft developers and the Guerrilla developers of Horizon were like throwing fucking hissy fits like little children just because this game's getting good reviews, because you know that's a professional thing to do. And I remember seeing someone saying that if this was an Ubisoft game, then some item wouldn't be found in the game. It would be something you'd have to purchase through their microtransaction shop. So I'm assuming, and I think that might have been the item they were talking about. Hey!
You're a new face.
I am.
No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing.
So you're the person that, Ashes of War duplication. So if I get a lost Ashes of War, I can... Wait. Oh, that's a quick. Okay. And the reason I wanted to have, Cool. What? What did I just do? I just changed this to a quality scimitar. Wait a minute. What? I'm so confused. What's the difference between a... It's weaker, so there's that. That's great to know. But what does the quality part mean? I don't know. I don't know.
The girl you brought here. She's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade. But she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their eyes share the same hue.
Why is there's a chain on your legs? Okay.
I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. I'm dying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it.
What did you
Don't read
do
too much
to...
into it. Well, no grudge against you.
Yeah, but
My
what you...
being a prisoner is no fault
Yeah,
of
but what did you
yours.
do?
Besides,
I'd really...
I don't mind smithing.
Like, I would just
Despite my
prefer to
differences,
know
the
what you
weapons
did.
get stronger all the same. Even time. Besides, it helps me forget the sheer terror of her.
Okay, I guess we're leaving it at that. Okay, I want to strengthen just my regular scimitar. For now. Thank you. Now, the reason I wanted to... I can't test it out here because I can't fight here. But the reason I wanted to, okay. The reason I wanted to use dressing, apply, oh, I can change what I look like. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Honestly, the games have needed something like that for a long time. Like, because the unfortunate problem of most character creators, including the Souls ones, is that you really just, like, even if they, like, I don't get why character creators, especially ones that don't give you the option to change your look afterwards, don't give you just, like, an option to just run around an environment. Like, I don't see why it would be difficult to, like, load in, like, a quick environment, and then, like Neo 2 did that. Like you could, after you created your character, you could run around, and it didn't really matter because you could later change your appearance anyway, but after, where does it let you run around an environment, and then, like, before you left that, like, initial environment, it gave you the option to, like, change your appearance again. And because, like, even if you, like, try to get the lighting great, like, oftentimes you create a character and it just doesn't look the same once you're in the game. Yeah. Hi. What's up?
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am
Yeah,
Fia.
that's who I am.
Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great
Okay.
champion, would you allow me to hold you? but briefly. Perhaps you might
Why?
share with me some of your lively vigor.
I will share all the vigor you...
Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion. And
F
you, I am sure, will bear a Balderkin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps?
No.
Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
Maybe a little, but I mean, you know, vulgarity is subjective. I mean, and why is it every single woman in this game that wants to touch me is so quick to right afterwards say that it'll be very brief? Can I touch you just for a second? Just for a second.
Ah,
Yeah, you
my
can.
thanks.
You
Great
can
champion.
do the thing. It's fine.
You are very warm.
Yeah. I just lost some health. Wait a minute. I don't know if you saw that, but I just lost some health.
What you felt light up inside you was a Balderkin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me, should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
I mean... I've joked in the past about wanting Souls games to have romance options, and I'm always joking.
I am pleased to see. Would you like me? The blessing is still aflame in you. Would you like to? Then good day to you.
I'm good. I don't want to lose any more health. Did I what happened? Shit. I feel like there's a symbol. There's a symbol up there. I think offering her my vigor and stout-heartedness was a little more literal than wasn't much though. I mean, well, what's the what's Baldachin's blessing though? Use FP to temporarily boost poise. Ah. That. Yeah, it's a... Wait a minute. So that's a consumable. So you can only use it once. I feel like given what you had to go through to get it, that should be like a permanent item. Although I'm assuming there's probably a way to heal the giving of the hearted stoutedness. And then afterwards you can, you know, go get another one. So that's fine. But yeah, I've joked in the past about wanting these games to have a romance option, and on certain level, I am serious that like just these games have some good waifus in them. Like, I'm not gonna fucking deny that. And if any of the ladies were to deny that they got some good husbandos in them, they'd be lying through their fucking teeth. I've literally seen Artorias fanfiction. I haven't read any of it, but I've seen that it exists. So don't fucking pretend. Don't pretend that this is a male-only thing. And that's one thing, you know, I will rant about. Not like a full-on, like, run around in circles for an hour rant. But I will rant about, like, the hypocritedness of people making fun of guys for like the whole waifu thing and like calling it sexist and blah blah blah, and then they'll turn right around and write 400 fucking fanfics about Harry Potter fucking a random new character who just happens to have a similar name and appearance to the writer. It's like, come on. We're all horn dogs, and as soon as we acknowledge that we're all horn dogs, the world will be a better place. And I mentioned this in other, I think in one other video, just, I can't remember what video I mentioned it in, but I was rambling about it. That's why I like that, you can see your dick in Cyberpunk 2077, because honestly we need more games that like kind of, I don't want to say objectify, but because that like that word has just like a negative connotation, even though I don't like I guess female gaze would be the word. Like honestly, like if like guys need to accept that they can't have it both ways. Like if seeing a guy like naked and like seeing a dick swinging or something in a video game but would bother you and make you uncomfortable, then you can have it one of two ways. You can either accept that that makes you uncomfortable, and then accept also that it makes women uncomfortable to see women sexualized in games, or you can say that it's not a big deal and that it's just a game, and then in that case you can shut the fuck up when you see a man dingle, a man dingle, man. I should be careful there because that I was just making up a word there, but that's very close to being another word that's actually a very bad racist word. So I'm gonna stop talking right now. Can I go through this? I cannot. You know, this isn't the first one of these I've found. And I'm wondering, because, like, I remember in Dark Souls 1, there was, like, there was a few fogs that you would just come across, and then after a certain point in the story, they would break open, and you'd get through them. So yeah. See, when I, anyway, what I was talking about, like, when I say that like Souls games should have like romance options, I'm joking. Like obviously I love me a good dating sim. I love games with dating elements in them. In fact, like I'll sometimes literally just like Google like lists of recent games that have dating elements, and I will make purchasing decisions based on if a game has that in it, because it's just something I enjoy. I enjoy it probably a little bit more now that I'm single and lonely, and unwanted. I don't mean to be a downer, but yes, I am. I'm not in high demand. Is the way I'll put it. Not a lot of demand for disabled men in their mid 30s. That I'm not like at the top of the list for a lot of people. So, and I could go down the incel route and be all like, why don't women want to touch my pee-pee? I'm such a nice guy. But I don't care. Like, if I'm not what someone wants, then I'm not what someone wants, and that's fine. But it has led me to develop a further affection of games that have dating elements, and it probably is not helped by the fact that I'm demisexual. So unlike most people, I can't just look at porn. I'm not physically capable of getting off to porn. I'm sorry if that statement makes anyone uncomfortable, but literally the only kind of porn that I can get any enjoyment out of is either porn that has a story, and even then it takes a lot of mental effort on my part to get invested, or Rule 34 of characters from like video games and stuff. Like if I've gotten invested in the character and kind of started like feel like an emotional connection with the character, but other than that, I I'm sorry if what I'm saying is something that people didn't realize was a thing, because I realize that there's a lot of people that don't know that it's a thing. But yes, I can go to a grocery store or whatever, and I can see like some like woman in fucking booty shorts or yoga pants or something walks in, and I can recognize that like she could be literally exactly my type, which uh, ginger goths is my type. Uh, but in case you're curious, which I know you're not. Here's the thing: it's just that I'm looking at my stopwatch and I realize I only have a few minutes left in this video, so I don't want to I don't want to click this because I'm afraid it's gonna start a cutscene. So that's why I'm not doing anything. But I've already explored this whole area, so um, but like even if mentally I recognize that someone is really hot, downstairs I feel literally nothing in my fun zone until I get to know a person and have like conversations and feel emotions, and then like it's like the floodgates open, and then all of a sudden Mr. Happy wants to play. Which I feel is probably like simultaneously the most maybe offensive but also maybe the most hilarious description of being demisexual. So like people who are will probably either find what I just said upsetting or fucking hilarious, and that's fine either way. It is, I should point out, a spectrum. I guess I'm in education mode or whatever. Uh, like most sexualities are a spectrum. It's not a binary thing. And unfortunately, in the LGBTQ community, there is a lot of infighting that I've seen, and that is very depressing. Everyone's experience is going to be different, and the way everyone defines themselves is going to be different, and someone may have a label for something, like just as a random example, I've known people who are bisexual, and I've known ones that will openly admit that they have a preference one way or the other, and then I've known other ones that are extremely offended by the idea that there's a possibility of a preference, and they say that it's 100% 50-50. And honestly, they're both right, because that's their truth. That is who they are. And it's upsetting that, and I could get into the whole spiel about the fact that I'm not even welcome in the community. I actually did join a community once I kind of discovered and understood more about the demi thing. But I was told pretty early on by quite a few people, and maybe these are just assholes that just wanted to be assholes, but they said the fact that I'm a straight white male undoes any LGBTQ cred that I might have. That was the actual thing they said. That's that's a direct quote. I'm actually quoting someone there. That's a really fucked up thing to say, but anyway, back to my point. It is a spectrum just like anything else, and I'm kind of thankful that I'm on the lighter side of that spectrum, because there's some people that are demi that like they will need to date someone for months. Like they need a deep emotional connection before they start to feel anything sexual. And I'm more on the lighter side, where like I said, the whole example of going into a store and seeing a hot chick, I don't feel anything, but I can spend an evening with you, have a conversation, get to know you as a person, get to know your interest, and it'll start to unlock pretty quickly. So I'm on the lighter side of that, and for that I'm thankful, because it seemed kind of frustrating to be on the other end of that. But anyway, I'm going to end this video now. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.